One, two, three. Oh, hey, cellists. Cello Guru Marcie Brown here. I'm coming to you from StreamYard today. You may have to opt in and put your email in if you want to write the comments down. But I would love to have you comment so I know that you're here. It's super fun for me to know that you are out there listening because I'm sitting here all alone in my old house in Alameda Point, California. Listen, I was just playing the Bach Gamba Sonata. So pretty. G major Gamba Sonata. I played this piece in college. I played it with my professor, my music theory professor. He played the harpsichord. It was so fun. He was so nervous though, and he was the teacher. I just wanted to play with him because I liked him so much. I didn't really care about anything else. We really had fun. But this is the Allegro Moderato from Suzuki Book 3. Suzuki Book 3, page 22. Allegro Moderato. It's really, really fun piece. And we did a bow stroke month. And this is not it. This is core month because I think at least every 6 months or so we should get back to the core and talk about the core. Thinking about, hi Adrian, thinking about what are the elements that go into getting a good core on your cello, okay? What is core? Core is like depth. Core is like, not strength, but we got to think of adjectives for core. Makes it sound thicker, So here's on the string. Here's core. Hear it? It sounds like a tank when you have some core. And I'm not saying you always want core, but you want to be able to access core whenever you need it, which is why we have to practice it all the time. It's easy to play like this. That's easy. This is harder. Sorry. I'm looking at you and not the music. But listen, in the string. So let's squish the stick with our index finger, okay? Squish the stick, and then when you've grabbed the string, let it go a little bit. But you still want to keep your index finger on the pulse, okay? Now we're accenting, but I want you to really grab the string and then let it go a little bit, like you're scooping some ice cream. Scoop, scoop. I said that to a child once. We're supposed to say that in Suzuki teaching. And I said, like you're scooping an ice cream. And he said, I don't scoop ice cream like that. I was like, that's true. When you scoop it, you kind of have to keep scooping, especially if you're a child, because it's not coming out, right? But I think it's the idea of you get it and then you let it go a little bit. Keep your first finger on the pulse, though, okay? And I want you to think about how close to the bridge are you going to be able to get before it starts to... Down there, it's going to start to get a bad sound. We don't want that. You want to be really in the string. You want your string to be moving. I want you guys to identify elements that you're going to be working on. So one of the elements you can work on is making that string ring. Can you do it? Can you get a big sound? You sound like a tank. We're cellists. We have to sound really, really full. Make it ring. Make that string ring, right? squish the stick with your index finger, right? How far away from the bridge are you? If you're too close, it's going to be that. Notice that you're 90 degrees to the bridge. So when you pull your bow like this, it should be equidistance all the way from the frog to the tip. And you can put your left hand out and lightly hold your bow and pull your right hand. You don't even have to make any sound, but that'll give you the trajectory that you want. You want to keep it straight. Why? Because any interruption is going to stop the vibration of the string, basically. So you just want to touch it and hold it there, okay? Let's play. You guys ready? We're going to do 1, 2, 3, ba, ba, bum, bum. Now, we're going to do Baroque bow stroke. Okay? Keep a handle on it, but do an accent at the beginning. Hi, Miriam. Nice to see you. Keep a handle on it, right? Engage the string and then pull. Okay, so this is Baroque bow stroke. When we get to the quarter notes in this piece, that's the sound we're going to want. Now, am I always right? No. I'm just telling you what I think, what I've noticed, what I love after many, many, many years of playing this instrument. So hopefully it will help you to come up with your own ideas about what you think. I call this a Baroque bow stroke. And the thing that people commonly don't do is they don't pull the bow fast enough. It's a dangerous stroke because your bow might fly across the room. And you want to stop at the end of it, okay? So that's your Baroque bow stroke. Try it. Let me hear. That's it. Make sure you stop your bow a little quicker because that's what's going to make the air between the down bow and the up bow. It's going to make it cleaner and more concise. Okay, now here's the core part. You know, music is a bunch of contrasts, right? If we played everything the same, it would all sound the same and a little bit boring, right? We want to come up with some contrasts, right? The Baroque bow stroke is super fun, super exciting, right? So I love to teach it. I love to use it. And I love to use this. Hi, April. Nice to see you. We're talking about Baroque bow stroke. We're talking about how to get core. We're talking about the elements. I want you guys to think about, you can come up with 10 elements that go into your soulful sound, right? And you should be writing them down, and you should practice 1 or 2 of them every day. Just like take a couple minutes and do long bows. Watch my videos on bow strokes. They are in Cello Nation. I realize they're not labeled. There's just a ton of videos, so I should get in there and label them. But one of the months was bow stroke month. I don't know which one it was, June, July, maybe, I don't know. But you want to come up with elements, okay? I'm going to throw out 5 elements right now. Write an element in the chat that you think might help you to get a soulful sound on the cello, okay? All right, I'm going to throw out 5. You write out 1 or 2, okay? All right, 1, squish the stick with your index finger. Squish that stick. I've got this nifty little thing on here which helps me grab it, you know. Very cheap. You can get these. You can use a pencil holder, which is kind of a weird way to do it. And put a little soap on there, and it'll go right on when you take this off. This helps you grab. You can get it from Linda West. She sells like a pack of 10 of these. Really cheap, like $5 or something. And then you just put it on here and you can grab better. It's so good. So first thing is squish the stick, okay? Write it in the chat if you can think of an element. You should be able to think of 1 or 2 or 3 X factors that you're working on with your sound, okay? All right, first of all, squish the stick right here. Has anyone ever told me that before? I don't know, maybe. Maybe I made it up. Maybe someone told me. I don't remember really. Squish the stick, though. I say it every day. Squish the stick. Relax your thumb. It's supposed to be a ding-dong thumb. I call it a ding-dong thumb in Suzuki. Okay, squish the stick, right? It should go together. You should see your cello. I can't show you that much, and I don't want to touch the hair, but these will go together. When you squish it, you can feel the string. Grab the string, okay? That's another element. Okay, do you have a 90-degree angle here? All the way from the frog all the way to the tip. Has to stay like that. Can't be going like this. Can't be going like that. Has to be going straight, and it should be in line with the bridge as you go across, right? All right, you want to stay in one spot on the string. There's a fourth one. You want to stay in one spot so that when you wipe off the string with your rosin, when you wipe the rosin off, and then you pull, you draw a bow. I don't know if you can see. Then you take it off. I don't know if you can see this on the cello, but there is one small white stripe there, just the size of my bow. That's because I went all the way back and forth in one spot. Why is that important? Anybody know why that might be important? It's important because it stays in one spot. It doesn't get in the way of the string vibrating. It's grabbing the string. It keeps grabbing it in the same spot. It's not moving around. So it won't interfere with your sound, okay? Let me see if anybody wrote anything in there. No, people are just saying here. Miriam says, hi from Tennessee. Hi, Miriam from Tennessee. Hello from Germany. Hi, Barbara in Germany. And greetings from Santa Cruz. Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Nice to see you. Wendy, we got to get together sometime because you're not very far from me. I think I'm going to see Adrian in Sedona pretty soon. Adrian, we got to figure that out. I have a limited amount of time there, but I would love to see you when I go there over Thanksgiving. Okay, now how do I move this down? I'm not sure. Oh, I'm going to do a commercial. Guys, there is a 3-day free Music Theory on the Cello Shaker Melody Edition workshop. We're going to do Shaker Melody, which is so fun. And we're going to learn the chords, and we're going to figure out how to make our own rendition of it, okay? November 9th through 11th at 11 a.m. PDT, okay? So if you're watching this video much later and that already happened, I didn't tell you what year, right? It may still be coming up for you. Okay, but I just want you guys to reserve your seat, okay? thecelloguru.com. thecelloguru.com. That's me. Okay, so we were talking about identifying elements. You guys, if you're watching this later, write some elements down, some X factors that you think might affect your sound. You want to pick one or two of them and think about them when you're practicing, okay? So now, I think I gave you 4 or 5 of them. You know, bow angle, where the bow is on the string, how close it is to the bridge. Those are all things that need to be thought about, but not all at once. Pick 1 or 2. It might be just making this, making it ring. You know, you can see when you pluck it how wide it can ring. And you need it to be ringing like that. Another element of your soulful sound is your arm. If you're doing this, you're not going to get a good sound because you can't relax your arm weight that way, right? So maybe go like that on purpose and then relax it, right? You want this arm weight, when you drop it, it's like 10 pounds or something. You know, you want that weight, relaxed arm weight to go through your index finger, the power of the index finger, onto your bow, onto these hairs, grabbing the strings. That's the plan. That's our plan. That's our soulful sound plan, okay? Also, you want to come up with some adjectives for your sound that you want to get so that you can then be working towards it, okay? I would like to have a creamy chocolatey sound. That's what I want. And so I know I need a really thick, I need core, I need some power behind it. I need my relaxed arm weight. Right? And then ultimately, you're going to have to get some vibrato. okay? Squishing the stick. Identify the elements, figure out some adjectives for you, okay? Write in the chat what element you're going to be thinking about in your practice for the next week. 1 or 2 elements. If you're watching this later, write it in the chat. We want to know. Okay, so let's play Allegro moderato. Let's just play up to bar 30, okay? Oh, one more thing I wanted to, I've just had coffee, so one more thing I wanted to tell you. Okay, contrasts. That's what I was talking about. So we've got Baroque bow stroke, right? Is that core? I don't know. We pull it fast and we hold on, but we let go a little bit. And that's more about accenting and stopping the bow, right? In between strokes. Don't get lazy with it, right? But the contrast, this is the part that makes pieces fun and interesting. The contrast, those were the quarter notes in the Bach Allegro Moderato, which is from a gamba sonata. The contrast is the eighth notes. So when we do eighth notes, we're going to keep them in the string. So you've got let's everybody try that. 4 Baroque bow strokes and then 8 eighth notes in the string. In the string, not but in the string. And that's going to be part of the fun of the contrast in this piece. Ready? 4 quarter notes, Baroque, and then see if you can do 8 eighth notes in the string. Ready? Go. Now 8. Now, if this is hard for you, just practice it. It's not a big deal. But what happens is, if you're swearing at it right now, you're gonna love it as soon as you can do it, because it's a contrast and it's really fun to come up with stuff to work on and then actually implement it and make it happen. So that would sound like, let's see. Baroque bow stroke. Another place that I like to talk about that kind of contrast is in the beginning of the Bach double violin concerto. You hear the contrast right away, right? There's the Baroque bow stroke, right? Why do I love that? I don't know. I love pretending like I'm a violin, even though cellos are better. Okay, anybody write in the chat? Let me see if there's any new comments. See if I can even find the new comments. Getting softer and louder sound. Okay, whoever wrote that, that's fine, but that's vague. How are you going to get a softer and louder sound? Position on the string. Okay, good. Good. I don't know who's who on here. So the position on the string, yeah, you want a 90-degree angle. And also, how far is it away from the bridge? Make sure to squish the stick, though. Okay? All right. So the contrast, right, guys? Let's do our eighth notes. Ready? Go. A lot of time people are doing like this. Or I'm hearing accents. Try and make it legato connected. It's not always so easy. I can't always do it. I'm like you. I'm just me. We're all cellists trying to figure this out, right? And I'm just giving you some tips that I've found have helped me and that have made playing this piece really fun for me. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not going to sneeze. Okay, you guys ready? Let's play the beginning up until bar 30. All right? And if we feel like it, we may just play the whole piece through. If we feel like it at that point. You guys ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ba, ba, bum. That's how it's going to go, okay? 1, 2, 3. Two, three. Nice. Okay, we went all the way through it. Did you fall off? Were you able to play it? It's really fun. It's really fun. This is only one of 3 parts. There's 2 parts in the piano, one in the right hand and one in the left hand. There's a lot of polyphony. And when you practice this piece, I would suggest practicing the last line first. I know it's counterintuitive, but this is one of those things where you need the last 2 lines, really, the last 2 lines. The last line first, then the second to last line. Then get into the rest of it, because the rest of it's not as hard. That's the hardest part, okay? In bar 46, there is a trill. Why? It's just some of the frosting that you put on in Baroque music if you want to, if you're just holding a note. That's part that everybody hates because it's a long, long trill, but just makes your part a little more fun and interesting. Okay, guys, so remember, identify elements to think about and think about them when you're playing maybe 1 or 2 lines of your piece. Just take those out, practice the elements that you're thinking of, okay? Miriam says, even weight on the bow, no matter where I am playing on the Baroque accent. Yeah, even weight on the bow. That's good, Miriam, because what happens is your sound gets uneven if your weight is uneven, right? That makes sense. I only had 1 page to print. Yeah, I know. There was only supposed to be 1 page, but I went on. Sorry, guys. I can put the second page on Cello Nation so you guys can have it. You know, you should have these books, right? Suzuki Book 3, because, you know what? I mean, all the Suzuki books. I play everything out of them all the time because they're just classical music. You know, Suzuki put them together, but really, I mean, there's Bach all over these books. They're really good. Okay. Someone says, I fell off from bar 47, but I was sight reading. Okay, good. Well, practice it. And guys, I would suggest you listen to it with a harpsichord or with the piano part playing because it's so fun. And you can play along with it too. Turn it on. Yesterday, somebody plugged in one of my background piano parts to a Bose speaker. So it was like really loud. So she was like, I'm so excited. It's so fun. I was like, yes, she was playing along with it. Sometimes you have to make the background part louder, right? so that you can play along with it, right? And actually hear yourself and actually hear the background part, okay? All right. Okay, guys, this was a nice, fun lesson. So fun to be with everybody, all the cellists who I'm gradually starting to meet one by one, all over, everywhere. My personal goal is to meet all of you. I might have to get an RV and just take off with my cello, meet all of you one by one. And then I'm going to have to somehow fly it over to Europe. Maybe I'll rent one over there so I can go around and meet all you guys over in Europe too. Wouldn't that be fun? I think I might do that actually. What? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. I hope you have fun. Make sure you write in the comment who you are, what you thought of it, any questions you have or anything like that, okay? Next week, I'm going to be in Michigan, but I'm going to do a Cello Nation Live. I don't know if the reception will be good enough. I'm going to be on Drummond Island, Michigan next Thursday. Can't wait. The fall leaves are going to be gorgeous. I will see you guys later, and hopefully there'll be good enough reception. Next week, we're going to be doing the Swan, right? Yes. All right. I will talk to you guys later.